What's up, guys? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we're back with the Octagonal podcast here. Now, I know what the title says, and I promise this is not clickbait, okay? This is not clickbait. I don't like to put clickbait on my videos because I don't think that's really fair. So, I promise we'll get to Damian Lillard in a little bit, but today we're going to be talking about who might win the NBA MVP. There's a lot of talk. A lot of speculation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by division because that's easier for me. So we're going to start with the Atlantic Division. Probably no one on the Sixers, no one on the Nets, no one on the Knicks. Celtics and Raptors, definitely the two best teams in that division. And in my opinion, the only two teams that are making the playoffs. I think the Pistons are going to be the 7th seed, Hornets are going to be the 8th seed, and the Sixers are not going to make the playoffs. But the only two teams that I think are going to make the playoffs are the Celtics and Raptors. I think the Celtics are going to be a top 3 seed. I don't think the Raptors will. I don't think Kyrie Irving is MVP talent, and I don't think DeMar DeRozan is either. So, I don't think there's really any major contender in that division. Now, let's go to the Central Division, where we do have actually two. No one really on the Pistons, no one really on the Bulls or the Pacers, but we have the Bucks and the Cavs. Let's start with the Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo as the Greek Freak entering his 5th season. I wouldn't really say he's an MVP candidate right now, but maybe in a season or two, he'll be an MVP candidate for sure. He's a 6'11" point guard. What's not to like? And on the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, we have LeBron James. As much as I don't like LeBron James, best player in the league, not much questions asked. He can pretty much do everything. Technically, he should have won MVP every year for, the past 10 years, but, no one wants to vote LeBron for 10 straight years. That's the only reason why he's not won MVP for the past 10 years, and why, we've had Westbrook and Curry and KD, and the Snake is also KD. I don't know why I said that. LeBron, what does he have, 4 or 5 MVPs? Should be pretty content. Now we go in the Southern Division, another division with not a lot of candidates. The Hawks suck. The Heat, I think the Heat are really good. I don't think Whiteside or Dragic are MVP material, however. Magic, no. And Hornets, can be cool and all, but no. But for Wizards, I like Bradley Beal a lot, but John Wall, similar with Giannis, I wouldn't say he's an MVP candidate. He's not as young as Giannis. He doesn't really have as much potential as Giannis because Giannis is 2 or 3 years younger than John Wall. But John Wall is, 26, 27? He's still pretty young, and I still think he can become a top 7 player in the league. I think he's a top 10 player in the league already, but top 7? Alright, now we go to the West, where we have a lot more players. Let's start with the Northwest Division, where we will mention Damian Lillard's name. The Jazz, sorry Rudy Tootie, but no. Nuggets, maybe in a few years for Jokic. Timberwolves, I don't really think Jimmy Butler's an MVP candidate right now. And Towns, he will. I think Towns is his best young player in the NBA, honestly. That's just me. I know a lot of people are going to say Giannis, maybe Embiid, maybe even Lonzo, and maybe even Dennis Smith. I wouldn't really go that far, but a lot of people are high on Dennis Smith. I like Dennis Smith too. I wouldn't say Rookie of the Year, but Dennis Smith's definitely a great player. But on the Thunder, Russell Westbrook, of course, he's not going to average a triple-double. I don't think he will. The points are going to go down because he has Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, but the wins are going to go up, and he's still probably going to be top 3 in votes. And voters fatigue. Probably don't want to vote for him 2 years in a row. And then we have Damian Lillard. Now, I know this is a stupid example, but this is a situation very similar to Stephen Curry. So, Damian Lillard is entering his 6th year. Steph Curry was entering his 6th year. Both the Blazers and the Warriors, when Steph Curry was about to enter his 6th year, were good teams, playoff teams, but not really better after that. They're not, super exciting. And then they just fly up, randomly. They were both picked around the same spot. Lillard was 6, Curry was 7. But both went to small schools. Damian Lillard went to Weber State. Curry went to Davidson. They're both pretty similar. They're both clutch. They're both really good shooters. They both have a a shooting guard who's like for a little splash bro. With Steph, it's Clay. With Dame, it's CJ McCollum. I mean, what's not to like? And Damian Lillard has that mentality. He has that motivation. He's going to work his butt off to at least get recognized as like an all-star, because it's about damn time he makes the all-star team. But MVP for Lillard? I think it's a long shot. But no one expected Curry to win it when he won it. Right? The West is pretty stacked, though. Let's go to the Pacific Division. Clippers, no. I don't think Blake Griffin can lead a team. I don't know why they re-signed Blake Griffin. I think that was a bad move. Kings, no. Suns, no. Who's the other team in that division? I'm stupid. Not the Warriors. Warriors, Kings, Suns, Clippers, Lakers. I don't know how I forgot the Lakers, but Lonzo ain't quite winning MVP yet. And then we have the Warriors, who are probably the only team that have two, Durant and Curry. Probably neither of them are going to win it because, A, most of the voters probably hate the Warriors, and B, they're not the lead. Curry's not the lead player of his team, and Durant has 3 other stars on his team, so it's going to be kind of hard. So now let's go to the Southeast Division. Definitely an interesting one, where 3 teams have MVP candidates, in my opinion. Not the Mavericks, because their best players like Harrison Barnes. The Grizzlies, no. Mike Conley, Marc Gasol aren't quite MVPs. They could definitely make the playoffs and probably blow a 3-0 lead. But we have the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Pelicans. The Pelicans, Anthony Davis is one of the best young players in the league, in my opinion, and probably most other people's opinions. He has DeMarcus Cousins on his team. I don't think he's quite MVP, but top 8, 9 player in the league. Now you got the San Antonio Spurs. Kawhi Leonard. I've seen a lot of people pick Kawhi for MVP, and I don't blame them. Arguably the best defender in the league. I think Draymond's a better defender. I think Draymond's so underrated. He needs so much more credit. Draymond is a top, or I think he might be a top 10 player in the NBA, Draymond. Back to Kawhi. Excellent defender, excellent scorer. He's clearly not a loudmouth. I'm pretty sure I saw something that said he's spoken like 6 times in public since he got drafted. Or what I mean by public is like an interview or something, which is very, very, very not a lot. If you heard a story, definitely a sad story about his father and a car wash, and you could probably watch the video for yourself. But what's not to like about Kawhi? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone likes Kawhi. Maybe except for Zaza. And we also have James Harden on the Rockets and Chris Paul. I wouldn't count Chris Paul as an MVP candidate, but like Chris Paul is still a really good player. James Harden sucks at defense, but I think Chris Paul and him will complement each other well. Even though they're both ball-dominant players, I think they can complement each other. They're very similar. They're really good playmakers, really good passers, very solid scorers. Harden's definitely the better scorer, but Chris Paul is definitely the better defender. And I do think James Harden will win the MVP. A lot of people said he deserved it last year. Now that he has Chris Paul on his team to pass him the ball, I don't think James Harden's scoring will go down. Like, for example, Russell Westbrook's probably will go down, or some other player who added stars on their team. Like Gordon Hayward, even though he's not an MVP candidate, he's just who I thought. Jimmy Butler, Paul George, all of them, their scoring will go down. Carmelo Anthony, we just named 3 out of like 4 or 5 players who are on the Thunder. L for me, but James Harden's scoring isn't really going to go down. So I think he's going to lead the league in scoring, and he's going to be up there in assists. I think him and Chris Paul can complement each other well, and I think James Harden will win MVP. However, all these candidates, including Damian Lillard, are good. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Tell me what you think if Damian Lillard can win MVP. And that's it for me. I'm out. Peace.